Now, Monday, May 4 is marked globally as International Firefighters Day, a day set aside to honor the bravery and sacrifice of firefighters who risk their lives to protect people and property. Here in Ghana, the Ghana National Fire Service is marking the occasion with a week-long series of activities aimed at raising awareness about fire safety, prevention, and the critical role firefighters play in our communities. Now, joining us in the studio is ACFO to Rashid Nisau. He's Greater Accra Regional Commander, the Ghana National Fire Service. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Welcome to our studios.
Thank you.
Now, we are celebrating this day, but for many people in Ghana, they really do not appreciate the role firefighters play and why we should honor them because of their sacrifices. Since you've been in the job for so long, tell us what you guys have to go through to protect our lives and our properties.
So I want to use this opportunity to thank you for giving me the opportunity to appear here to speak to the issue on International Firefighters Day. Globally, on the 4th of May, just like you said, it's been declared as International Firefighters Day. And the history behind it is sometime in 1999 in Linton, Australia, a group of firefighters went out there to combat a bushfire. And unfortunately, the wind direction changed and 5 of them were engulfed and they died. So globally, it is now accepted that on the 4th of May should be accepted as International Firefighters Day. And just like you are asking, the Chief Officer, Madame Daniela Into Sapon, has declared a 1 week long celebration right from on the 27th and will climax on the 4th of May. We go through a lot to be able to protect lives and property. Apart from even firefighting that you traditionally people know that we do fire safety education, we do certification. If a structure is to spring up, whether it is a business, whether it is a church, it is a mosque, it is a market complex, whatever it is, a mall, LI 1724, Fire Precaution Premises Regulations 2003 has made it very clear that those drawings should be submitted to the Ghana National Fire Service. We'll review it and then put in fire safety measures. So we give you fire engineering drawings, indicate to you where your emergency exits should be, where your smoke detectors should be, where your fire alarm systems should be, where your flame detectors should be, where your extinguishers should be. So even placing of extinguishers are just not placed anyhow. You can see, apart from these things that we also do, we are also embarked on rescue. If you see, you can see on the screen there an explosion that took place, how firefighters have been maimed in one way or the other. If it is a petrol tanker, the last time of Angkor, that the whole road was blocked, it took the intervention of the Ghana National Fire Service to redirect the traffic through Ebri, through other places to Kumasi. And then we took the operations from morning to evening to ensure that the place was safe. If we didn't handle it well, you wouldn't have heard a good story. Market fires, we combat them. Apart from that, we are also into rescue operations. Rescue here, you are looking at road traffic collusion. So we have rapid intervention vehicles that if there is an accident, you call us, whether the accident is on roof, whether the accident is on side, whether the accident is on wheels, we have the tools, the techniques to extricate the victim. So even combating bees, in recent times, bees attack, it is the responsibility of the Ghana National Fire Service. We call us, we use chemical foam to go and disperse the bees. This time, normally because of the way some of these insects behave, if you give us the area, we'll go and recce the place in the afternoon, then in the night we'll go for the attack and quell it for you. I've given an example one time, the last time I came in the studio here, a lady who was bathing and locked a small boy, didn't want the 5-year-old boy to go, and went into the bathroom to bath. Then there was another key too behind the boy also went and locked the mother. So the two of them remained. The mother was in the bathroom.
Yeah,
the boy too was in the hall. The boy couldn't open to go because the mother was keeping the main door key. And he also locked the mother in the bathroom and couldn't open. After several calls by the father, around 3 p.m., the father realized that no, something was wrong. He came back home and had to call in the Ghana National Fire Service to intervene. So we do what we call forced entry. So even if there is a problem at home, if even your engagement ring is too tight for you, the last time somebody came, we took it out for you.
That's a lot of work.
We do a lot of things. So I can go on.
I mean, so many things to do.
Yeah.
But one thing that you mentioned is that if you're putting up a structure,
Yes.
you need a fire permit.
Yes.
Do you have a lot of people coming in, institutions, even individual homes? Do you have people coming in to maybe request for that fire permit?
Oh, yes. People voluntarily come in to request for fire permits, and then we take them through the procedure. Notwithstanding, we also have recalcitrant clients who would not like to cooperate. In recent time, the chief officer, there is a structure somewhere that I don't want to mention because I was at national security meeting and we had to sit on it. And the owner has been invited and we are taking measures because when you invite him to come for the necessary documentation, the person doesn't want to come because the person knows that what he's doing doesn't conform to the law.
Does this just apply to commercial buildings or residential buildings as well?
An amendment to LI 1724 has been made, and this time it includes private residential apartments. So it's incumbent or it's compulsory that these days, because of the amendment to LI 1724, if you are putting up a structure, especially for rent or even accommodation, you can submit your drawings. We review the drawings, advise you where the hydrant should be, where the smoke detector should be, where the heat detector should be, where the flame detector should be, where your escape route should be, where your kitchen should be. Normally, the kitchen should be such that it shouldn't be at the entrance, and we'll also give you an alternative exit to your facility so that in time of emergency, in fact, people who have lost their lives in fire, the research shows that our fire report writing and other things, our investigations shows that they didn't have emergency exits. And like I keep saying, excuse me to say, even rodents in the bush, those of us who have stayed in the village, if you want to attack it before you realize it has gone through its emergency gate. So getting an emergency exit in your home is a necessity. It's non-negotiable.
Now, in the last few months in the year, we've recorded a number of fires.
Yes.
There's always a fire somewhere that you guys have to fight.
Yeah.
Can you take us through the statistics? Is it that we are recording more fires this year than the previous year?
Seriously, I've said it somewhere, so I can say it here too. In Greater Accra region, there has been a slight percentage increase in fires, considering the period from 2025 last year, January to March. In Greater Accra alone, there has been a slight increase, and this is when you look at the statistics, there has been an increase in domestic fires. And domestic fires here, we classify those in these midship structures, the kiosk, and all those things. So those are some of the fires that has sort of ballooned our numbers a little. And then electrical installations here, we have electric poles that are wooden transformers, ECG transformers also coming in because they also have problems complementing and increasing the rate. It's not that alarming, but it's just some few areas. You wouldn't believe it. Even refuse fires are contributing to the statistics. So it's part of those things. So it's not that alarming. But I can admit that we've had a slight increase, about 16% increase as compared to last quarter. That is from January to March, as compared to January to March.
You cannot give us the statistics.
Be able to break it down, but at least percentage-wise, I can admit that, yeah.
So as we, mark Firefighters Day today, and this is going to be my last question, what message do you have for Ghanaians, especially also on the fact that there are lots of attacks on firefighters when they're out there fighting the fire?
So the theme for this year, according to the chief officer, the theme that we are all celebrating this year, the theme is that an attack on firefighter is an attack on public safety, and attack and protect the firefighter. Why? Nobody has the right to attack anybody. I said it this morning. In line with the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, to be precise, Chapter 5 is clear. It talks about fundamental human rights. So even people who have committed first-degree felonies have the right for first trial and to be heard. Nobody have the right to say because you have committed a first-degree felony, we are going to hurt you. So if even those people per the Republic of Ghana Constitution are being covered, why the fire officer doesn't have that safety. So we have the right to work in a dignified and safety environment. And let me end by saying that it is not only the fault of the firefighter that some homes are ravaged, because like I said, it is the law in line with provisions in LI 1724, Fire Precaution Premises Regulations 2003. If it is a commercial building, if it is a church, if it is a mosque, if it is a school, if it is a shopping mall, wherever that public places people converge, you are enjoined by law to put in fire notification systems, fire detection systems, and fire suppression systems. Extinguishers, hydrants, smoke detectors, talk about hose rails, all these things are supposed to be there. So if you have failed woefully to provide, and because of that, your house is on fire, and we are coming in to salvage the situation and even protect adjoining properties, because of your mess, the likelihood that somebody who is innocent and even doing the right thing will have to be in trouble. Then when we come, then you turn everything on us. You also have a role to play. So I want to echo that fire safety is a shared responsibility. Provision of smoke detectors at homes and businesses is a mandatory requirement. Heat detectors, flame detectors, hydrants for sources of water for firefighting, suppression systems, like everything you are supposed to provide. But if you fail, then you don't have the right to heap it on only the firefighter, and that will have the right to work in a dignified environment. So I also want to end by saying that the population, for that matter, the public, particularly Greater Accra, should see Ghana National Fire Service as partners in development, because the effects of fire is multidimensional. At the micro level, at the individual level, the devastation is there. At the macro level, I will not speak much. You are aware what fire is already doing to us because of one single fire outbreak. That calls for public support. Apart from government intervention, we also appeal to the public to come to the aid of fire service and show some love so long as this International Firefighters Day is concerned for the firefighter.
Thank you so much for your time to joining us. That's ACFO2 Rashid Nisawu. He's a Greater Accra Regional Commander of the Ghana National Fire Service.